Alright traders, we're back. Forex market analytics. We're looking at the euro versus the Canadian dollar. We pulled the trigger here about, I believe it was 3 days ago, on the first, on the first break of 46.60. Right? We knew this was gonna be our trigger level because we were looking at this interesting trading range that began to develop around the first part of September. Right, that was basically the base of this formation. We saw the first leg, followed by the second leg, and then the third, fourth. We think the count is a little bit difficult. It's not a clean cut swings here, but we think this is the fifth leg all the way up, and right now we're looking at the sixth and probably the last one. Usually that's the last one, which means we're gonna have a breakout. However, I don't want to take us all the way to that breakout. That's a different case study. For now, we're just focusing on that particular system here, and the next imminent support level coming from 45.04 is actually our main target. Now, the reason we decided to get in was because of two elements, guys. Two elements drove us, convinced us that it's time to pull the trigger. The first one was, of course, the price basically drilling into the upper section, but not only that, also taking all the previous highs, right? We have 3. All of them were taken by that upside move. And then, of course, it began to turn around. It turned back down, right? That was the first, right? That was a big one. Then, of course, you can see where we pulled the trigger. You can actually see the trade, right? We did that only because price had basically broke 46.60. Like I said, it was the trigger. It was the main point of reference. We knew it has to break that level in order for us to take action. And if you couple these two elements, it's usually a high probability type of trading opportunity, and that's what we think we had there. So we took action, right? We took action. We started, basically we pushed 50% of our normal position. We only, usually when we're too deep into the middle section of the trading range, we're trying to be more conservative and fire only 50%, like half force. Anyway, right now we think that price is doing its way nicely, as planned, going south. And what I would like to show you guys is what added a lot of confidence on our conviction. It was just a couple of days ago, right? You can see what happened here. Price actually opened the day on the way up. When it did that, it touched base on that 46.60 again, right? That was a nice retest. And it's important to get that to get that retest out of the way as soon as possible, right? It just gives you that extra layer of confidence, and that's exactly what it was. Because it tried to penetrate, it failed, it bounced back down, it actually ended up negatively. That's big, right? So we felt that we're on the right track here, and that alone, gives us the confidence to carry on this position. So hopefully we'll continue to land nice and safely here all the way to 45.04. That's where we plan to pull out completely. You can actually see our take profit order is already here waiting for price action to reach it. All right, stop loss level, guys, probably should mention 47.50. It's actually been adjusted today. The initial placement was 47.80. And we will continue to adjust the stop loss level as long as price will remain on the downside. Fair enough. That's about that for the euro versus the Canadian dollar. Looking pretty good on the downside. We'll have to come back and follow up. That's about that for today. We'll be back tomorrow. Take care.